It is true. This is something we've been warning about for the longest time. And it looks like the days have come where they're just straight up trying to censor the truth right out in the open. And they're just trying to boldly proclaim anything that doesn't go with the establishment's view. They're trying to say that it's fake news. And what they're doing is they're zeroing in on certain things like the truth about the Syrian war. What's really going on with some of these occult rings. Anything that had any value coming out of the WikiLeaks dumps. And what they want to do is use their old phrase conspiracy theory, which is losing steam these days, and trying to attach it to certain people and put people in a group and say they're all just a bunch of nut jobs. Even trying to affiliate people that don't even have things in common under one umbrella just because they want to attack the whole group. They want to get all these people in one spot. And they want to, what they're doing now basically is they're sharing with other outlets who these people are. And not only that, every little video that you put out, let's say you put out a video and you think, okay, I just posted it here, it's still there. You may still see it on your account. But what they're doing is they're hitting it with its own little signature, its own little fingerprint. And they're sharing this in a behind-the-scenes database with these other companies. So immediately, your information is getting flagged and marked. And they're admitting they are flagging channels behind the scenes, flagged accounts, hashtags, keywords, all these things. They're flagging them. And they're shutting down content that they're identifying as unacceptable or what they're calling extremist. Now, this is taking almost like a terroristic level when they start using extremist in words like this, but I've been saying it for the longest time. This is what they're gearing toward, homegrown extremism. In any fashion that they can label it. I mean, if they can pin it on you this way and somebody else another, but they get the same results and trying to paint you as being a conspiracy nut or just a whack job, they're going to do so. But, you know, they want to talk about fake news. You guys remember the clip back when CNN was supposed to be in Saudi Arabia and air raid sirens are going off and all this stuff? It was fake. They put that on the people, and they still do it to this day. The same thing. It's all staged. I even put out a video here not long ago of two different women who are supposed to be in two different places, and a bus passes between both of them within a few seconds, giving away that they were at the same location out near a street, just from different viewpoints, and they were supposed to be in different cities. And it blew it completely out of the water. Another example, just like with Cooper's green screen, where half his nose was missing. And they try to say that he was here or there. It's fraudulent. That is fake news. Those are people that have put it into writing that they can even get away with dropping this propaganda on you. But yet they want to come at you or anyone else out there that's speaking the truth, and they want to say, and they want to overuse the term grossly. Fake news, this left and right. That's when you know they're in damage control mode. But this is a big time warning, because what they've done is the House passed a bill against fake news. They passed a bill, and they were using Russia as an excuse, these fake news sites. And the ones that they tried to say were involved, they're now countersuing. They're suing the Washington Post for defamation, saying that you're liars. And they just got themselves in some hot water there. So I tell you what, anyone else that finds the name of their website or their work in the crosshairs of these goons, you might as well jump or contact this other site that has a lawsuit going on, to jump on board or launch your own and show them that you mean business. Because if not, they're just going to keep on trying to push this. And what are you going to do? Everybody's TV across the country has this mainstream crap coming through it every day. Morning, noon, and night. Constantly. How are you going to stop that? How are you going to stop that? We contend and battle against that every day. And then they censor us. They shadow ban us on Twitter. People now having to come to my Twitter account to find my post on the daily, just like they have to do on YouTube. Yeah, my stuff doesn't get shared and put out there. People, you have to click the gear box next to the word subscribe and check. Actually check 2 boxes or a couple boxes that you want notified for all my videos, or they will not send them to you. It's the reality. And I know this all the time because I'm subscribed to my channel through different emails, and every time I post a video, no matter what it is, I should get emails and I should see that it's going out. And when I see that they're not being sent out and they don't post to Twitter or other social media, they're censoring. They just don't send it. It's like it's in this this abyss that they've created, and it just floats around. And let some people luckily come to the channel and look at your most recent videos that are posted, they're not going to see it. And all the live work that we've been doing, if I try to feature that on my channel as a main video, it will not be seen globally. That's to the cats out there in UK, Australia, Africa, throughout Europe, South America. If you're viewing my videos, especially if you're trying to find anything we've done live and you can't find it, and you know we've done it, and I go live every Friday night, you can't find stuff, they're blocking you. They're just simply not showing you that it exists. Can you imagine that? You go into a channel looking for stuff, and there's actually content there, but they're not allowing you to see it? That's crazy. And it's happening right now. So you want to talk about a massive purge on the truth? It's happening. It's underway right now. It's definitely going down, and it's a full court press, using anything and everything they can. And you have to pay attention to some of these events that go down, because without a doubt, they're going to try to use staged events to their advantage. Anytime an event pops off, they want to say gun grab, gun grab. But here recently, the event in Ohio was a stabbing, and they were still calling for gun grab until the idiots had to figure out that it was stabbing, and then they didn't know what to say. This shows how quickly they jump on anything to try to push their agendas. Right now, you're talking about giants out there like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Microsoft, all of them banding together behind the scenes. And guys, you got to think smart. I know for the longest time people are trying to find another good way or an outlet out there still for like YouTube, or trying to get video out and something that's not censored. But, you know, Google themselves is buying up power rights out there, and they're going to, mark my words, they're going to be selling energy before it's all said and done in the next few years, because they now have bought so many wind, solar, and power plants that they've brought in enough energy to cover what they're consuming 100% for 2017, which if they just make a couple more purchases, that means everything from there is going to be in the positive, and that they could actually start to supply power. That's how big Google has grown at this point. And truly, you have to have a man with money or a woman with money that starts one of these businesses that has the thick skin that get through the death threats, all the other crap that they're going to try to hit them with because they're not a part of their clubs, they're not being controlled, all that. Someone that truly is willing to go through it all. And it's hard to find. I mean, if we had one out there, we'd get behind them, but it's hard to find. A lot of people out here based on greed and deception. That's just how it is. A lot of them out here just to make a quick buck, push their... And this is the problem, is you have fake news out here, even in alternative media, you know, quote-unquote alternative media, which has just been fully infiltrated and ransacked. That's why I say I'm independent media, because I'm not a part of none of it. I'm independent, period. And still, it doesn't matter. They could still one day try, all the independent people. It doesn't matter what it is. They try to break you down to Democrat, Republican, Christian, Muslim, black, white. I mean, just keep separating you further and further and further. They're not going to stop here. But the object is to take advantage of the reach of the people. And it doesn't help when they're censoring, and you can get nowhere. There's really nothing you can do about it. You can say, let's go over here to this other site, but then you have to take a good look at that site and who the owner is, who they know behind the scenes, and what's really going on there. Because so many times these new sites have come along, and others that I've signed up for won't even let me in for some reason. It's weird. But just a heads up, you know, talk about this purge of the truth. I'm going to continue to talk about this Friday night, Underground World News Live, Dabu 77, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Make sure to tune in. I'm going to be talking about a lot, details to a lot of current events. And also check out my other channel, Dabu777. If you haven't, make sure you're subscribed. I'm going to be dropping exclusive stuff over there. And make sure that you guys hit me up, Dabu7yahoo.com. If you got anything you want me to look into, talk about. Also, check out Essential Drugstore for any of you guys that want to stock up on medicine before a crisis situation. And make sure you're following me on Twitter as well for live streams I put out over there and a lot of updates that it's just quick and easy, easier to get out information there. But like I said, I am being messed with there as well. You're probably going to have to go directly to my page to find the information. So, that's directly connected to the theme of this whole video of what they're doing. And it's happening to me big time. I'm hoping people realize it. It's happening to others too. Anytime there's really good information packed in there, that just simply will not deliver it, or they're not showing people that it's there. So make sure you're checking the channels often and that you're subscribed. I'll see you guys on the flip side. It's been Dabu7. Much love.